Chelsea baseball season is fast approaching, little less than a month and a half away. And we begin our preview with the Cincinnati Reds in the NL Central. Went 62-100 last season. Their win total at BetMGM is 65 and a hook. Not a lot of moves that this team made during the offseason. Their biggest major offseason signing, Will Myers, 1 year, $7.5 million. They cut ties with Mike Moustakas, still paying him $22 million, but in 3 years, played just over a season, 184 games, hit 216, 21 home runs. If you're looking at the Reds, the only real bright spot for these guys is that they have a couple of young guys who are top 30 prospects in Major League Baseball who will begin this season in AAA. Maybe a chance for them to jump to the majors if they have very good spring trainings. And then they do have some young arms in the rotation that are, I guess, excited because there's some potential there. Outside of that, not going to be a good team.
No, but it's also built into the number because right now, looking at the win total for the Reds over at BetMGM, it's 65.5. Last year, they finished 62-100. Anytime you lose 100 games in a season, it's almost impressive how bad you are. But the good thing for the Reds is they play in the NL Central along with one of the other worst teams in all of baseball, and that is the Pittsburgh Pirates, who also finished at 62-100 last season. The problem is they play with a lot of solid teams that may have even gotten better. I think the Cubs probably classify as one of those teams that have gotten better with their additions over this offseason. The Cardinals are always good. It doesn't seem to matter who they have. And also, if you look at the Brewers, who usually have one of the best pitching staffs in all of baseball. I know there's that whole squabble with Corbin Burns and the ownership among the Brewers, but still, I think the problem is this win total is so low that the Reds could just luck in to, winning 66 games, it seems like. So if any of these prospects stick, maybe they get over this. And also, they do have two pitchers that at least have really high-end stuff. Looking at Nick Lodolo, he was really good last year, striking out well over 9 batters per 9. And also Hunter Green, who gave up a ton of home runs. His control was kind of all over the place. But still, these are young guys that still have a ceiling to maybe do better. When you have two decent starters, it'll give you a chance to win every, couple of games every 5 days. So maybe they can hit it. It's just, when you have an ownership that's committed to losing, like the Reds are, that's when it makes it really tough. They are not a team that's going to go out at the trade deadline and get more pieces. In fact, they'll probably be sellers no matter how many games that they have won. So this is where it makes this bet really tough.
Yeah, speaking of commitment to losing, team president Phil Castellini at the Reds luncheon in January, so not that long ago, said the team, quote, operates like a nonprofit, even though, of course, they're making a profit, but that's how he treats it. And this is the same guy who last year on opening day, and he was asked, why do you think Reds fans should be loyal to this team when you admittedly don't have a commitment to putting the best product on the field? And he said, where else are you going to go? Way to endear yourself to the people who are paying money to come see your team play. Yeah, the Reds are, you're right, maybe they luck into a few more wins. And I don't know if you're talking about these younger guys like Ellie De La Cruz or Noelvi Marte, these top 30 guys who could maybe get promoted to the majors, I don't know if that really will make a discernible difference as far as the win total is concerned.
No, when you're talking about one or two players, because over the course of a very long season, a lot of it is depth and how much depth you have, especially when it comes to pitching. So right now, looking at the Reds roster, it's not looking like a ton. It's not looking like a ton of depth for the Reds, both in their starting rotation and in their bullpen. There is a reason why the Cincinnati Reds are 66-1 to win their division. 66-1. So maybe they surprise us, but I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Just stick with the chili and maybe you avoid baseball this season. That's what I would do.